possibly we can detect AI-generated content. So, for its definition, the AI-generated content refer to the different types of the data formats and the data types such as text, the code, the images, videos, animations, which are generated by the generative AI large language models. So because all these large language models like ChatGPT are trained on the big data, internet data, with a wide range of writing styles, topics, and sources. So they are capable to actually understand the context in the document and also can mimic the writing style of the specific individuals or source to generate some human-like text, which is very coherent and contextually appropriate. This brings many benefits and also the risks. For benefits, the AI now acting as your co-pilot, your virtual personal assistant for productivity and creativity. Also, the AI-generated text opens up a new door to many areas, such like the content creating, marketing, the customer service, and automated journalism. Also, it brings a lot of risks. For example, with the rise of the ChatGPT and the larger model in general, the AI-generated text has become increasingly indistinguishable from the human-generated content. So without the proper checks and balance, some people will use AI irresponsibly. That will raise the concerns about the potential misuse of the AI for spreading the disinformation or generating the fraudulent content, which requires business to take actual steps and the safety guardrails to ensure the employees using AI responsibility and ethically. So now let's actually look at some like the options. How can we just like detect the AI generated content? Okay, so one option is the human evaluation approach. So there are several hints, to actually to detect AI generated content. One hint is from the tone and style. Normally, the AI generated content is quite robotic and uniform, lacking the transition words and some natural smoothing words, stop words, or varying tones like human write. Also, the AI-generated content is monotone, often lacks personal touch, personal opinions, and the emotions. So whereas when people actually the true people write, so they are usually using the varying tones and styles throughout the whole text. They often like shifts in the thought patterns in humans, resulting in a changing of the tone. For example, if I give some sample testing questions, write a paragraph about the long-lasting flower species for garden. Now I'm just calling the ChatGPT for answer. ChatGPT will give this kind of the concise paragraph. So it looks quite fluent and good writing. However, if you look at a bit details, you'll find this is quite flat and boring, and lack of the personal passion and emotion and depth. Okay, so that is one the sign you can tell it from the human generated content. Okay, another hint is the accuracy. The accuracy and the quality of the AI output is often incorrect, the inconsistent, untrue, or not yet up to date, as GPT training data cut off by the September 2021. So always, you should enforce the fact-checking mechanism. Okay, so for example, if I ask the ChatGPT who is the boss of the Twitter, so GPT will give an opposite answer. Let's do the test. Okay, so you can see when I ask this question, it said that Jack Dorsey is the CEO and co-founder, while ChatGPT haven't been traded with the latest information and data that the Elon Musk is now the CEO. Okay, so this is another hint from the accuracy of the output. the third hint is actually from the repetitive language pattern. So that is like the keyword stuffing in AI output. For example, if we ask the GDP a simple question, what is the AI? So ChatGPT will give us answers like this, okay? You can see from this kind of short paragraph, the keyword AI has repeated at least 4-5 times. So that is another like the hint, can give us some clue that is generated by the AI, okay? Also, from the second options, we can also using the AI content detection tools. The basic idea is that we can using the AI to detect AI generated content. So basically, what is the working mechanism? So this kind of the AI based tools, can analyze the text using context to understand the likelihood of the words appearing and associate with each other together. So the more predictable the linguistic statistic pattern in the text, the more likely it's AI generated content. So unlike humans, AI typically do not write the more creative, interesting sentences. Um, so the AI generated content is actually the more predictable and lack out a bit like the creativity and the randomness. So it doesn't offer some personal opinions. So that is actually the working mechanism for the AI tools to detect AI generated content. Okay, so many typical such kind of the AI tools available. So such from the originality AI, the GPT-0, content at scale, Wisdom AI, Hugging Face, and also many other AI content detector tools, such like the Writer, Copynix, Sampling AI, Crossing Plague AI, Correct App, Kansas SEO, and more. Okay. Let's take a look at some like the typical tools. For the originality AI, so it is one of the leading tools in the market, mainly created for identifying the content generated through the GPT family, like ChatGPT, GPT 1, 2, 3 series, and the Google Bard model. So it is not free, but has a Chrome extension with 50 credits. So you can try it for basically the uh, uh, 5,000 words actually scan, for free. Also, the content can be scanned by input a URL link to the web page or the document source, or uploading a file or pasting the text. So this is its interface. Okay, everybody can try and sign in. Also, for the GPT-0, this is another excellent tool trained to detect the ChatGPT, GPT-4, Bard, Llama, and other language models. Again, similar to the originality AI, it can allow you to actually to try it for free up to 5,000 characters. Okay, so this is a free allowance detection for free. Okay, so this is the GPT-0 interface. Okay, so you can just paste your text here and see the detection. Let's try it. Okay, so in our previously we actually let GDP generates this kind of the paragraph about the recommendation of the flower species for the garden. Okay, so let's actually the copy paste this AI generated content to let it check. Okay, you can see in quite like the real-time manner. So GPT-0 returns the answers. This text is likely to be a mix of human and AI text. So this is like 69% of probability that the text was entirely written by AI. It's not quite sure, and gives some like the likelihood probability. Okay, for this thing. Okay, um, that is fine. Okay. So this is for the GPT-0. So also we have another tool called the content at scale. So it is free. This is like the free tool. So called the AI content detector from the content at scale company. So this tool, can detect the ChatGPT, GPT-4, Bard, Claude, and many more other large language models. Its content score is based on the text predictability, the probability, and pattern. It can also be used to scan the various types of text, including the SEO, educational, marketing, and academic content. So its API is also available on request. It can scan up to 25,000 character text. That's quite large context. It also has a multiple languages support, which is very good. So it also has a free AI image detector, which is very nice. Let's give it a try, okay? Content at scale, the AI detector. So basically, you can give some samples, like the GTP generated sample, and then check for the AI content. Now it's starting to running and predicting if this content is generated by a human or machine. Reads like AI. So it will give the reasons, it looks like very much like the machine writing text, and then marks all these kind of the robotic, the writing style in red. Okay, so that is also detected. Okay, also it has some AI generated image detect. So for example, I got some like lovely marigold flower picture here, and I just copy the flower image link, URL link, and then let's add to check if it is generated by AI or by human. So it said, okay, it's more likely it's by human, and okay, although this is just like 55% of the probabilities it's generated by human. Okay, slightly higher than the AI generated likelihood. Okay, so also we have this kind of the Winston AI, which can detect the content generated with the ChatGPT, GPT-4, Bard, and many other language models. It also supports the OCR feature for the optical character recognition. So in this way, you can scan the different pictures and the handwriting to detect if any text content contains AI-generated content. Okay, it also offers a free plan up to 2000 word scan, and also 2 paid plans. Also, we have the Hugging Face. Hugging Face is a platform to help the AI researchers and the practitioners to develop and deploy the deep learning models. So Hugging Face has its own AI content detector tool, which is free to use, open sourced, and also has community support. It's very nice. It also has a more user-friendly, the free web GUI app, which can analyze the text based on the patterns and the perplexity, and then give you the easy to understand the explanation of the result. By the way, the perplexity is a measurement of the randomness in the text in the natural language processing study. Okay, let's take a look at the Hugging Face. Okay, so this is the interface. Then we can just copy paste the AI generated content here and let it detect. Now it's processing. Okay. Okay, it said the fake means it predicts it to be AI generated content. The real is predicted to be the human generated content. So it's like with 98% of the probability, it will be the AI generated content, which is correct. So that is very good. Although it's a bit like the mathematical, so it's very hard to read for non-AI experts. In this way, it also provides some user-friendly interface. Here, you can just to copy paste and then let it to analyze the text. Okay, so you can see it predicted this bound text chunk is actually AI generated. So human score is only 2%, 98% it's likely to be AI generated, which is correct. Okay, so this is also give you like the perplexity analysis. Okay, score as well. Okay, right. So human score is 2%. Okay, that is correct. So it's quite nice, the tools to use as well. Okay. Also, we can use many other tools like the wisdom tools we just mentioned, also the write tool, the copy links, and the options for AI content generation, Sapling.ai, okay, and also the cross-plug, the characters, the Kansas SEO, and so on. Okay, many tools available to use. Okay, just like do a bit like the study to see which tools and best suit your personal use case. Okay, so now let's really move to the challenges. So actually, although so many tools become available to use to detect the AI generated content, however, there is another opinion that is the reliably detecting the AI generated content text is mathematically impossible. So that is according to this kind of the link in the post. Basically, the authors the view is that the complexity and the sophistication of the modern AI models, coupled with the ability to mimic the human writing styles, make it extremely difficult to distinguish the AI-generated content from human-generated content. Also, typically the most AI detect tools, try to detect, the based on the statistical features and the linguistic patterns, so which can easily overcome and bypass by the more advanced AI models. Moreover, the constant evolution of the AI technology and also the potentials for the adversarial attack will further, the complicate the task of the AI content detection. By the way, the OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, also says no AI tool is reliable enough to distinguish if the content is human or AI generated. Refer to this under the post as well. So in this way, I could like to put forward some best practice, for the AI content generation. So my proposal, we should actually using a hybrid, the approach combining both human expert and AI technology to detect. That is, we can using both a trained eye and an AI-powered tool to get the best possible results. Okay, this is just like a initial study and the quick overview of all the current AI content detection tools and options. Hopefully you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and talk to you soon later next time.